Okay, so well done. You've completed your scorecard. That's great. Now, obviously, the bad news is your score, if you're seeing this, isn't quite as high as it needs to be for you to do really well in your marketing. And by that, I mean to be trusted by people before they meet you. That's the name of the game. People buy from organizations that they like, they trust, and they see as influential. And that's what we want for you. So the good news is you've recognized it's a problem, and now all we have to do is fix it, right? So let's get to it. We follow a globally proven, successful, not going to argue about it, framework called They Ask You Answer. It's in a great book, which you might be able to see just over my shoulder, but that's what we do as a business. We implement that for people. We coach them and help them in all the things we need to do to get that rather hectic, that rather challenging piece of work done for them. So let's dive straight in. Let's hear about this framework. So the first part of this is, okay, what kind of content do we need to share? Well, They Ask You Answer, as the name implies, means that if people ask something, we answer it. We don't wait to be asked. We don't wait and hope we meet them, because we're never going to meet them. If we don't answer the questions people actually have in the sales process, we will never meet them. So we need to listen at all stages of the buying process and get those questions. But here's a shortcut and a life hack. There are 5 topics that move the dial. The 5 topics that everybody wants to know before they meet you. And I'm going to give you those 5 topics. And if you address them on your website and share that content far and wide, you will be a cut above the rest. Number 1 topic, cost. Now you're going to say, oh, we can't give a direct price, Nick, because our service is bespoke. It is custom. I get that. But you can help me. You can help me understand roughly what the factors are that determine what I'm going to end up paying. You can do that. So do it. What are you going to do? Scare people off? If they haven't got the money, they're not a good fit. Simple as that. So number 2 topic area is called problems. Now, I don't mean just talking about your potential prospects' problems, although that is a very good thing to be doing. Don't get me wrong, because we want to solve them, right? So we need to do that. But in this case, I want you to go a bit deeper. And if this work that I'm about to talk about makes you uncomfortable, then it's the right work. So the work is, what are the problems with your service or your product? Who is it not a good fit for? What things can go wrong? I don't know, with implementation, misuse. Why should some people not choose you? It's really powerful stuff. That's trust building stuff right there. And yeah, it's uncomfortable. Now, here's another clue. Amazon are pretty good at selling things, and you notice that you can compare products on their site. So comparisons and versus. Who do you stack up against? You can choose at this point your competitor set. And yes, I do want you to name them. I want people to be able to totally do all their research, because you know what? They're going to do it anyway. They're going to find out who your competitors are. Yes, they are. They're going to go on something called Google, and they're going to find it out. I'd rather they found out that information on your site, stayed on your site, because you have cleverly given them everything they need. That's comparisons and versus. Number 4 topic, best in class, best practices. Now, this is a bit more fun to write in some cases, and some cases a bit scary. So I'll give you an example. You run a online camping supplies website. So best in class articles will be things like, what's the best tent for a family? What's the best tent for budget of X pounds? What's the best roof box to carry all my stuff in? And on and on and on. Best of lists are great. One caveat in here is that if you do a best of list and you're stacking your product against someone else's, people won't believe it, because you'll put yourself at number 1. So don't do that. Right, next, on to the next. Best practices. So you might be a packaging firm. A best practice could be something like, what's the best way to package a premium spirit? What is the best way to achieve a sustainable packaging solution? Best. Number 5 is reviews. So reviews have never been more important than they are now. You start with Google reviews. You make sure you get those. You can have your Facebook reviews. You can go for your Trustpilot reviews. Whatever it is. But then let's build on that. Let's get some video testimonials on the website. More of those we can see, the better. They are golden, and they are a huge, huge part of that trust building process. So these are the topic areas people need to be discussing on their websites. Now, to really go into this and get this fully working, to see you get 100 on the scorecard next time you do it, there is a whole lot more besides. There is how you interact with people in the sales process. There is getting your sales and marketing teams working together efficiently, beautifully, and getting that content flowing at a rate of 3 per week. None of these are insignificant challenges, and they are exactly the challenge that we solve for you with our programs. If you'd like to hear more about how that works, then you press the button underneath and you will speak to me. Nothing else will happen. I will be in touch. We can talk and you can hear some more about how this whole thing works.